Welcome in, everyone. This talk is intended for educational purposes only. It reflects our opinions and is based on our best judgment, but no warranty is given or implied as to their accuracy. Past performance does not guarantee future performance, and no investment or trading advice whatsoever is implied by our commentary, coverage, or charts. Just want to quickly touch on SPY here per usual. What we're looking at is, I'm looking at the 15-minute here in the bottom right and basically just seeing recent range, about a 4-day range now. The reference point that we have been watching, that I've been watching, is this 377, coinciding kind of with today's low and then recent lows. Now, if we give that up, if we lose, I don't want to, we could call that, very short-term support, but if we give up that 377, looks likely that we'll retest that first fib target in the 374, 373 area. Below that, you've got the 21 MA right below, which has been a pretty solid reference point for us recently. So if we do continue to see that selling, watch for a test in this area. That first fib, the 21 MA, kind of lining up nicely there. Now we are coming into earnings season. Friday earnings season kicks off with the banks, and so this can all change pretty much overnight when we get into to earnings. So there's some things to watch on the upside. 380, 381, those recent highs. That's what I'm looking at. So Mario, if you want to go ahead and take it away.
Sure. See if I can figure this out. So meanwhile, you can, guys, you all can scream right now because I don't get to hear you. But we need some energy today because I'm a little tired. But okay, let me go. That's me, right? So screen number 2. But we got a lot of material to cover. Welcome, Kumar. So triple Qs. I'm gonna refer, and I'm gonna be trying to go a little fast today. So I need Hassan to be on top of everything. So last time we met was 12/29. That was exactly before New Year's Eve. So that was like 2 days before the Thursday. So we're gonna go and look a little bit of that. You can always see it right here. That's the yellow dot. That was our last meeting. And we talk about trend trading, right? I know some of the guys were like, how come you always looking for longs or whatever it is, right? Well, basically what Kyle just described, we know it, right? The 21 moving average, and we have stacked moving averages. So this is pretty much an uptrend. So as far as somebody else asked on the room, so you guys mainly do longs, and I'm like, yeah, if the market is going up and I'm bullish, yeah, most of the times I do longs. No reason to go the other way, right? So this was our last meeting, right? The 29. Then we have the try to move. Actually, this is the 29, right? This is 31st, like 2 days doing nothing. We try to break. That was the breakout point. 315, we finally hit our target one for the market, and then we have the sell-off. I don't know what happened that day. I don't even remember what happened, but anyways, that was probably that was the 1.4. So here's 1.6 with the whatever we hear about the capital, and this is the type of formation that I really like to get long. So that was a trade right there. Now, what I prepared for you guys was like right here. This is where you gotta be here. This is like the 2 minutes free education that you're gonna get right here, right? So last hangout, we were waiting for this. We had the base into the top of this the range that we were looking for. So what we were looking was for a trigger right here. These are the things that you gotta be very aware when you're trading, right? So we got pop right here. We never triggered. See the 315.25 never triggered, and you just drop. Now, as a trader, you have to be prepared, right? You cannot be thinking right here, what is it I'm going to be doing? Because this is literally you're into 9:30, 10:30, then 10:30, 11. What is it you're going to be doing? You're going to be shorting right here, or were you already short right here? So it all depends on how you guys attack the market. For the most part, you see that we present every morning prior to the market opening with ideally with a Qs and a SPY chart. So you guys can know exactly where we are and what is that we're looking to do. So I'm bringing this down to an hourly chart because this is what we're working right here, right? I want to address this question mark right here. What we have was, and you heard me talking a lot of the times, is like, I'm not the guy that's going to be shorting the lows, right? Ever. Well, unless we have a crash in the market, then you'll see me probably joining some momentum, but I don't prepare for that. That just have to stare me and just appear from out of nowhere. Then I'll be willing to take that momentum trade. So what we have is right here. We have the 200 MA right here, right, on a 60-minute chart. So I'm looking for some sort of support. We bounce following day. Guess what? Gap down, tested. That's your long. All the way right here. That's your target one. Then sell off at the end of the day. So what are you going to be doing next day? Number 3, you have a reference point right here. So that's the way you want to attack an all-time high. And I'm using this as a reference because we're going to see a lot of charts that are setting up exactly the same way. And I keep listening and getting the questions, and I'm always willing to help. But sometimes it's like 10, 15 people. Like, I want to help you all, but it's kind of hard to see whenever you guys send me a request, right? So this is something that some of you guys, already know, but a lot of you guys should know. The way to attack a prior high is ideally when you have this sort of formation and this consolidation near highs. Now, when we have this, you have plenty of time to alert the team. And this, we talk about this today too. It's like, oh, out of the blue, you realize that we're just making new highs. No, it doesn't happen like that. You got like 5 hours to put us all in alert, so we can all enjoy the profits. And that's the best part of the the teamwork that we do. So we have this massive move into 319, 320. Then we have the gap down. We started testing what? The prior break area. You hear me talking all the time. I'm securing I'm locking my trade under the break point. This is what it means, the break point. This is a break point, right? So now you know. So I'm usually out in here if I haven't sold anything right here. Now, what do we have here? This is today, right, guys? So we have a higher one. We're testing this prior area right here. I posted a chart this I think it was Monday, right? That I say 309. We lost 315. We were testing 309. Well, we didn't make it all the way down there, but we did 310. So that's kind of bullish for me. I'm gonna be looking for 315 and then just continue going higher. Target is 330 for the Qs, right? So in essence, what I just said is I'm gonna continue to trade as a trend trader and as an uptrend as long as the trend stays intact, in place, right? So what we have is we just broke to new highs. We have a pullback into 20 MA. So I'm looking at this one as my reference level. Once I start going over 315, 317, it all depends on how aggressive we are or you want to be. It all depends on how remember, we're not price traders, right? Like, oh, I see 200, let me buy it. No, can't do that. Second question, or actually the first question I'm always asking is like, what's special about it? Are you seeing something? Are you seeing volume? Are you seeing confirmation? Are you seeing news? Are you seeing a catalyst? So if we get it tomorrow and we start going over 315, I'm long. 317, I'm long. 319, I'm long. 320, I'm long. I don't care. 330, right? As long as we continue to make money, hey, just repeat, right? What is it called? Watch, rinse, and repeat. So that's the cues. So now you know I'm a little bullish. When do I change it? Well, when we break trend, pretty simple. You should know when we break trend. I'll show you in some other occasion because now we're running late. I spent too much time in here. So with the SPY that Kyle just present to us, I want to show you the monthly chart, right? Because what I'm seeing is, are we finally seeing some rotation in here? Like, I got targets for 412. That's what my FIPS number said, right? For SPY. So what I want to see is what or where can we put our money to work? So this is going to be kind of different today. I want you guys to see XLF because they're reporting Friday. So look at this monthly pattern. Isn't that interesting? So 3150 we tested today. I want to show you some of my favorite charts. We have WDC as a trade, a WFC, I'm sorry, Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo Financial on 12:15, the median on 12:15, we call 20 and 30 for target 133. So we have a target of 10% on that one, on the underlying. So that trade paid off. This is the entry. This is the way. That's the one. Now we're looking for a second trade. So that's the second trade. 34 to 44, target one. Earnings 115. So this is Friday, right? It can happen. So what I'll be looking for is probably, I don't know, we may have a run into earnings. So I'm watching the banks tomorrow, right? I'm watching the banks. What's tomorrow? Like Wednesday? Yeah. Next couple of days, I'll be watching the banks. My target is 44 for Wells Fargo. That doesn't mean doesn't mean it's going to happen on Friday, but I can wait a month for that. I don't care. From here is 10 points. So that's like 30% move. For a 30% move, I can wait a couple months. No big deal. Okay. Then we have JP Morgan. And JP Morgan, we have a 118, 140. Here's the prior trade that we have. We had the 105, 115. We hit that one. Then we got the 118, 140. We hit that one right here. You can see it, 118, 140. We trigger and we hit target today. So if we continue going higher, what I'm looking is for a momentum trade in in JP Morgan, 140 to 150. Like, that's another one, right? The Goldman Sachs is just up there. I don't know what to do with that one. I totally missed that one. My bad. Like, we should have been on top of this one when we broke the 240s and we were approaching that one. So no alerts over there, total miss. So I'm just gonna let that one go, and it's a trend trade. So if we ever, you see here my alert, Carly, that's my alert, 288. So I'll be looking at 288 to 60 and see how it respond to the trend, right? But for now, I'll be probably focusing just on WFC, trying to get that target of 44, or a JP Morgan, in case they get some traction for that momentum trade. I'm going to see at the XRT just for fun. This is the retailers ETF. And from that one, we had the target. We traded that one, and then we dropped the ball because I totally forgot the second entry. So I'm going to come back right here. Look at the weekly chart, giving us a perfect entry right here at 176 or a momentum trader at 181. So that one, we got it right here, even cleaner. Like, this is something, guys, we all need to be like on top of this, right? And just I know we traded this day, the break, and then it's just a trend trade. So I'll be looking for a pullback. What I want to see is a pullback probably to 184. That'd be ideal, or 188. I don't want to chase. I don't like to chase. For those of you that have been trained or manage the same language that we do, this is a 1, 2, 3 as clean as they get. So 188, 81, 40, pretty much I want the whole team making money of that, right? If you don't see it, go to a monthly chart. You're not going to see it on a 30-minute chart or a 1-minute chart, a 2-minute chart. 2-minute chart is going to show you like it's crashing, and you want to probably sell and go and buy everything at 90% discount in Target because they're crashing and they're going to disappear the next day. Switch a 30-second chart, go into the monthly chart, and you see what's really going on, right? So this is an awesome trade. Right, so that one's gone. So what do we have left? We have the WMT, which is the Walmart. Now we learned that they are going into fintech business. I think it is. We'll talk about the volume later on. But yeah, you need volume confirmation, so you gotta check it out. And that affects the way you attack it. So Walmart, for Walmart, what I wanted is like we have the point of control right here. I rely a lot on this one as a reference point. What we have is we have the squeeze, which is fairly young, only 4 days. So that's not impressive. This is just the news and it couldn't carry. So what I'm looking is for 147 to see if we start forming like a sort of a base right here. If not, 153, 166, 153.66. I'll be looking to take a momentum trade on Walmart. Walmart is not my favorite stock to trade. So I usually, whenever I'm in that one, I'll probably buy like 90 days out and just let it do its thing. I don't want to be nursing Walmart. I have better things to do during the day. Like probably sleeping too. That's a good thing to do. So Walmart, not my favorite, but that's so we have a goal line at 154, fintech news, squeeze, daily point of control. Let's go to another consumer consumer
consumer stock. So this one I'm bringing up because Amazon 32.50, that's where we want to be long. I don't want to be messing with this thing right here because it's going to take probably 2-3 days or whatever. I don't want to short it either. I think, and for this one I prepared something else here that I saw that I think is important, right? I'm doing charting all the time. So this is the same Walmart, Amazon, sorry. So this is a weekly chart. So if I ask you, what do you see right here? Basically, we have the accumulation right here. Then we have the big break. Notice this. They usually shake you out before, right? So there's some people, I promise you, there's some people shorting right here. Amazon right here. Oh, it's over. You know, now it's going to be Walmart.com and Amazon is disappeared. So this is what happened. This is what I love the most. So then you have a confirmation whenever we break. That's long. Then you have the simple momentum trades. You come in here. Now, what do we have here? We have consolidation, right? So we've been consolidating for pretty much 6 months, right? 6 months now. Look at the time that it took the prior time. So it's a pattern. I'll say I'm starting to see a pattern in Amazon, right? That it takes a long time, and it's you just need to have staying power. So I don't want to be messing with this. Some of you guys know that I have I do spreads. I do spreads, and I throw out like leaps, and I do a lot of stuff around this because what I think is this is a continuation pattern. The easier way to trade it is just to wait for price action to show us the momentum, like 34, 35.50. That's okay. But I'm telling you guys, I'm watching the 3,000 level, right? The reason I'm watching the 3,000 level, this is something else. This is another the good things of Thinkorswim. So we have the actual earnings and we have the Wall Street earnings. So you see, like they disappointed, but then they blew it up on the first quarter, July 30. That's the second quarter. I'm sorry, second quarter last year. That nobody was expecting what happened with COVID, and then even for the third quarter, they also blow it. So what is compelling to me at this point in time is like we have those massive earnings. So a lot of people, if you were managing a big portfolio, likely you don't have as much Amazon as you want. So if they're gonna surprise us again, probably this is gonna be something to be looking for. What I'm looking for is something similar to what happened right here. You see the checkout right here. So I'll be looking for 3,000. And that day, please call it to me because I'm not going to be shorting with you. I'll probably be buying. Okay. So that's my idea with Amazon. So to keep it simple, 32.66, 33.50, and you go higher. Now, I got alerts at 3,000. I got alerts at 26,000 because I'm going to be on 2,600. I'm going to be seeing what happens, how we react to these levels because I'm betting that's probably going to be a bottom. I'm probably a great buying opportunity into earnings. By the way, earnings are 128. So we don't have that much time for that. We should expect a move. So Apple, I just do it because I have to. So I think we have 139, 145 the last meeting. I think it's the same. Hasn't done anything. So we haven't taken higher the 139. This is the last time we met. So Apple has done nothing for a couple weeks pretty much. So yeah, you can call it that it's consolidating right here, but I don't see a lot of volume. So it's just whatever. Just wait till it shows you the move. Like what we talked today during the day, Carly, like let them work for your money. Don't be throwing the money like, oh yeah, I want to buy the 129. No, just let them work for your money. Even if you need to wait a little bit, because some people, we're so obsessed because, oh, I got the bottom. You don't need to get the bottom. You don't need to get the bottom. What you need to do is when this thing breaks 138, make sure you stay till it goes to 170, right? Because if you buy it at 128 and you just throw it out at 121, I mean, what's the point? You don't need to be putting that much risk when the pattern is still not clear, not working. So let it work. Let momentum work for you, and then you start trading, right? So for Apple, I'm not changing anything from 15 days ago, by the way. So 139 for 145, that's number one. So let's do some Square, because I think Square was a really good trade that we have. Last time we called it over 220, over 225 for 243. So this is what we're talking about. This is exactly playing the market. This is exactly playing the uptrend. That's the way I do it. I don't intend you guys to do it, but I'm showing you how I do it. So over 220, that was right here. Over 225, that was right over here. Target 1, 245, we hit it like a couple days ago. You take profits and now you're sitting, right? So what's next? What I have right here is I have a range between 215 and 245, right? I want to see 233 and probably play some momentum tomorrow. So that was right there. So if I can get 233 into 245, still 12 points. And as you know it, I'll be looking for an intro to swing play. So my target is 252. So I'm going to try to take 233 to 252. 20 points, that's 10% in a couple days. Good trade, right? That's what I'm looking to do in Square. Let me show you right here the daily chart. So it's clear. This is what we did last time. 220, 225, 245, hit, pull back. Now we're waiting. 234. You don't like it? You don't want to trade like that? Not a problem. Wait for 245, 246. You take it, and we should have a good day too. Okay, so that's Square. Partner of PayPal. So PayPal was a little different. Didn't make the run that Square did. So even though some of you may know that Bitcoin make a high of 40, I think it was 42,000 over the weekend. I think PayPal just charge you transactions, but the difference is that SQ put some money, some of their, I don't know if it's some of the capital actually to invest it in Bitcoin. So I don't know if it's gonna continue to move like that. Anyways, so for this one, pretty clear. You know my green line. My green line is my goal line. So 244.25. It all depends on the day. You can enter 245, not a problem. What I'm looking to also is this area right here, the 230, 232. See how it react. Not that I'm looking to buy because I don't have like a solid base just yet. But if we continue to make volume and this continue going on, because now what we have is like we've been trading sideways for a month. I know it doesn't look like it, yes, but it is sideways, dead sideways for a month, right? So ideally 245.50, and we keep it clean, we keep it simple. So yeah, let's call it PayPal 245.50. Okay, targets should be 10-20% up. So I mean, easily we can, I'm aiming for 260 at least on PayPal. Okay, now we have Uber. This is an ultra favorite, right? Finally moving, right? So, well, I'm saying finally moving because we've been calling this one for, I'll say like 6 or 7 months. So I want to show you something here. Why were we calling Uber so much? I've been telling you guys, this is accumulation in a recent IPO. Look at the pattern right here. You're going to be long 30, 35, 40, 45, 45, 50, 55. Right? All of that. This is sideways. This is an accumulation. This is like save it, take a screenshot. That's what you want to be trading for, right? For this type of play. So we've been calling this one, and then we realized that after we finished the consolidation, we had this move from 37. We ended up 47. I think that call was from 12:15. If you go back to the recording on 12:15, you're going to see that we were talking the 47.56 level was being played, and we say like he gave us like a couple good trades because this doesn't look like much. 10 points on a 47, that's a 20% move. So he gave us 20%, and now finally we're off, right? 56 was triggered today, right? Right there. So you were lucky enough that you're writing some from here. Good luck. I mean, awesome job. If not, we still have targets to hit. I think target 1 should be in the 70s for Uber, right? So that's not an intraday target. That you can see it right here, like 67 will put us at 3 standard deviations. So we should be able to take, I mean, we should be taking some profits at 65, and then we write it for 70. So that's a trade in Uber, pretty simple, very technically sound. You can see it right here. Again, for those of you that are starting, are new, this is where you look. Big momentum move, and then you consolidate, and you break out. Now it should follow. Okay, it should follow. Don't try and short this thing, please. please, or don't tell me, please. So I'll have a heart attack. Anyway, so that's Uber. The other one, I don't trade it that much. Lyft, and the pattern is quite different. I mean, like we're still into this. You know, the consolidation is not as long as the one in Uber, so I don't feel that comfortable. So when I don't feel that comfortable, all I trade is the momentum. So I'm not willing to bet too much or position myself or do strategic trades on around the trade. I just trade it as a momentum trade. So for this one, I'm looking at 10% move, 255, right? 56. So this is one of the other momentum trades that you should be looking for. So 51.20 Momo, whenever it hits, we just trade it. It could be tomorrow, right? For these type of momentum trades, remember, I don't go just by price. So I do appreciate every single person that posts their prices too. But if you're thinking that something might trigger, just put it, put the extra effort, put the extra work, and make sure that you check how's the volume for that day. Okay. So Lyft, yeah, you got it, huh? Yeah, trust me on that one. So we got the Lyft, we got the space, and I just remember this one. I don't know why, because I know some of you guys used to, or I don't know if you still like to trade it, but it's close to the 50 MA, and he had a decent move today. 75%, not a lot of volume, but I'll be looking at 27.80, and we know how this works, right? So 27.80 goes 10%, 32 easily, right? So space, 27.50 for 32, and then we go to another momentum one that we love, which is FireEye. I know a lot of the people are looking at this one too, because I get the alerts and everybody's looking at that. So we have the massive move. This is just crazy. FireEye, never ending. Okay, anyway, so that's the 25.50. So for FireEye, the last time we said over 23 and over 23.70. So I'm gonna stick to that one because I haven't triggered. This is the last time we met, so no trigger. You could have been long for 23, but nothing really. Like we have no volume, so that's no trigger. Once we see, let's give it some room so we don't get trapped into the noise. I don't want people being long 23.81 and then this thing just going 20, right? It doesn't make any sense. You gotta see the volume. So if we see a volume, by all means, buy whatever you want. But 24, 24.04, 25.50, and we go 30. Okay, so that's FireEye. We got earnings on 2-2. Make a note. Crowd, I think CrowdStrike was posted today in the room too. So that's exactly the type of trade that we were looking to do. Is you see that this is why I spent the extra 5 minutes of your time explaining to you how I trade the versus the 20 MA, right? The racing, we're in an uptrend. This is sideways now. We just broke and we make a new high. So we pull back, and this is an very aggressive entry. Make sure you have all the elements. Don't start trying to buy whatever it is, because sometimes you get like an intraday little bounce and then you just get checking out the following day. This is what happens, right? Wow. So what we're looking is like I'm picking the best looking charts, like I like to take, like I like to say to you guys, like I always try to trade the most beautiful charts and the most easier ones where I can think I can make money, right? So CrowdStrike, we said the last time 185, 190 for 220 something, 227, I think it was. So we nailed this one. That was money in the bank for those of you that were following the CrowdStrike trade. Now, the question is that what do we do? They have earnings on 318, right? They usually beat on earnings. So what I'm looking for is probably, I mean, we have a range right now between 200 and 240. I hope you guys see it. So this is a 200. This is the reversal pattern right here, the 200 and 240. So I'm looking at 280, probably a run into earnings, okay, for CrowdStrike. Earnings is 318, so we got plenty of time. So they usually beat. Most likely they're going to bite ahead, and then they beat, and they just, sell the news, right? So that's Crowd. Don't forget about the mouse. This doesn't deserve even that much time. Forgot the mouse. 183.40. We're in a range now, 160, 165, 175. This is a range. Should hold some support. I don't want to see it losing 165. If I see it around 165, then I'll look at how much I really want to own this thing for the longer term or whatever. Then I'll evaluate. Otherwise, I just close and take whatever profits I have. But if I see it over 183.40, I continue to ride. So that's a pretty straightforward trade right here. You see it, 185. You should see 200 bucks. Not a problem, that one. So that's Disney. The other streaming, I finally make some money on Roku. So I'm gonna finally get a happy face, right? From Kyle, because I haven't made money. It's so hard. I mean, I don't like it. So anyways, here's the pullback. So you know, this we identify that this was the trade for the last 15 days, pretty much. So pretty clear the day we saw this one, we bought it, that this is the second day. So what do we have here? What do we have for Roku? Because money's gone. So either a momentum trade, meaning 420, and you just continue shaking, I mean, trading momentum for those of you that trade like that. Or I want to see a pullback to 380, 360, which likely this 20 MA is going to come right here. So probably 380 is going to be my entry for that one. Are you guys still listening, Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. So we got Momo and Roku. I want to pull back to 360, 380, evaluate, or otherwise it's just like straight up trade. No problem. Somebody else asked me about Fubo. I know this is, well, it says Fubo TV, so I assume it's TV. Anyways, what I meant to say, look at the volume right here. So 25 to 35. So 25 to 35. That's what we have. This is where all the volume is. So we just starting this thing. If it's gonna go higher, right? So they supported the 25. Look at all the volume we've been doing. This is like, of course, this is just insanity. So 27 to like 300%. I don't know. Double, right? 20, 50, yeah, 20 to 50, 27, 50, that's 54. So that's like 100 something percent in 4 days. You got to take profits, right? You take the profits. Now they try, look at this one. They check everybody out. Now some people will be like, oh, it's going down to 20. Forget it. Now you're trapped. Now what's going on? So this is all momentum. I checked the implied volatility. Guys, always check the implied volatility. If you don't know what implied volatility is, please talk to Kyle, talk to me, ask us what is that about. Because if you paying extra high implied volatility, you're gonna need like the perfect entry and the perfect timing and the perfect setup and the perfect move to make money. I'm talking money. I'm not talking spreads. Okay, so careful with the IB. Okay, for that one. If you don't know, you can also use other strategies, you know, like spreads and everything like that. So yeah, it's crazy the implied volatility, but hey, if you're going for 30 to 60, 100% in a couple of days, I'm pretty sure I can find a way to trade that one if it moves. So Fubo is right there. Now that we're talking about implied volatilities, I don't know why you guys are, yeah, now you see the 200s and the 150, but you used to trade like, what was it? The Neo, right? Oh, let me see this one. This one's high implied volatility too. XPEV, beautiful trade today. Beautiful trade, textbook, point of control trade, long, over, I think this was called 2 in the room today, 47 to 54. So that's huge. 22% up today. You got to be on this, right? So yeah, they do have high implied volatility, but what I'm looking for is second day play on this one. So the second day play for this one is 55 to 62. Yep, I'm going for $62. 55 to 62. Make sure you know how to play with this too. If you don't, DM me, DM Kyle. Okay, there's ways around this. Don't be just buying whatever implied volatility they say you are open. That's killing yourself. You gotta be smarter than that. So XPEV, second day move over 55 to 62. Now we go to Neo, another one. Crazy one too. For Neo, last time we say 47 momentum to 50. So I think we pretty much, I think this was brought up by Alan, and I think he made a pretty good trade right here. So that's the 47 that we called last time. Here's the entry. Here's the last time we met, yellow dot. So this is the entry the following day. You can even take the 49. That's what I'm talking about. If you're planning on getting the whole move, You can buy 47, you can buy 49. Nobody's giving you a price because you bought it like 1 point below everybody else. No big deal. Just make sure you call those all up when you start seeing this type of formation prior into attacking the highs. Remember I showed you these guys with the Qs right here. You see how you attack the highs? You gotta call me. You gotta call me, DM me, WhatsApp me, Facebook me, or whatever it is that they're using these days. So anyways, I like this one right here. Got pop the following day, got pop 2 days, you got pop, you up 12 points on a $55 stock. That's like, I don't even know, 15%, 18%. Awesome. So NEO, what's the point with NEO? What's the point I'm trying to make with NEO? 57.67. That's my level. So I'm looking at this prior level where we broke and 67. So out of that, I'll play it. Inside that, I don't want to. Right? High IB2. The other one is Worky Horse. So Workhorse, I used to like to trade this one. It's in a range 21 to 31. If I start seeing some acceleration to the upside, I'll probably start considering, but that's why I have the alert right there at 28.50. You see the alert right here, 28.50. So I got alert at 28.50 in case it starts moving. So I know 28.50. I beat Carly because she's gonna put the 30, and we enter at 30. Man, I gotta cheat on her, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to beat her. So yeah, 30 is the entry, right? But I have alerts at 28, right? It all depends. Like when do I make a decision? That all depends on every single trader, right? Your risk profile, how aggressive you are, confidence, the size that you want to put in, how do you enter everything. So it's not like some people ask me, oh, you don't know how to trade on 30-second charts. Yeah, I know how to trade on a tick chart if I need to. But if I don't need to, why would I? I can trade over 15 and still make my daily goal. So not a problem. Just adapt. So Nicola, this one I'm going to refer to the monthly chart on the left right here. What I want to see is some sort of reversal play, but this is going to take some time. So I want to see 25. I'm gonna be very like, I mean, we got XPEV, we got NEO, we got Tesla, we got all of them running. So why do I want to buy Nicola? Right? Unless it starts showing me that it's gonna start like, look at the volume. Volume is average. I know this would be like the, like I picked the bottom, amazing trade, whatever. I'm not gonna put size in there, so I don't care. So probably 23 is a first alert, but I want to see like 25 once we start closing over these levels right here, 21, the 25, 26, 27, and then we take it. So for Nicola, just keep on alert if you really want to play it. Over 25, we can watch it. Tesla, pure momentum. Nothing else to say about this one. It's just buy it, I'll guess. That's it. So what I'm looking for is 885 and 800. Right? Pretty simple. I'll trade it off those levels. I'm not looking to scalp it. If I can scalp it, it's because it's 885, and we have a great massive up move and volume and everything. Otherwise, you can find me a better trade like that. Somebody asked us about Palantir. Palantir, what I see is I see a chart. I see a range between 22 and 32. So it all depends on how much time you have to sit on this one, how much capital you want to put to bet on this one. Could work. I think it's a recent IPO. You can see it right here from the monthly chart. So we got 1-2 months, and then we have a massive move up. I think they blew the earnings, or I don't even. Yeah, they have something with the earnings. Earnings 0.4 estimated, 94 actual. But anyways, they just continue running. So I don't know how that works. The more money you lose, the higher you go. So what I'm looking for is same pattern. Like IPOs, 1, 2, 3. It works. When it works, when it doesn't, you have a tight stop. So no harm done. So I'm looking at 27.5. That'll be like, hey guys, Palantir. 30, hey guys, Palantir. 33, we got 10%, and then we go from there. Okay, so that's pretty much how we do it, like Palantir. So that's Palantir. Snow, that's another one. Big price stock. So what I'm looking for Snow is I'm waiting. Let me show you guys something here, because this is like I want you guys to do some research to come up with good ideas and learn how to trade. That's the main thing, right? So you guys are like, here the accumulation, here's the main, my God, reversal. What is this? What is it called this? Okay. Boom. Taking profits. Of course, you just make like 100%. Come back. Is that an MA? You bet it's an MA. The 50 MA comes back into the weekly. Right here, that's what we have. So what I'm looking for is probably 324. You see it right here. I'm not interested in getting 260. I know it would be an awesome trade, whatever. I want to have the easier, faster money that I can make. So if I can buy 324, sell it the next day at 350, I'm happy. Okay. So that's the idea with snow. So 324, I'm going to start looking 350, even better. And then we don't know where it's going, right? So a snow. And this one, I really like it. I'm already long, but I'm looking to add size, Airbnb, right? So this one didn't even make the whole, you know, the whole process of what I like to see on IPOs, recent IPOs. So what I'm looking for here is like any move over 175. So over 175, and we go for, I think we can go 175, 180 to 220, 240. And then probably we want to have something like what they did with the one that I just showed you guys, the snow, right? So in my in my ideal world, what I'm going to be doing is like something like this, like a big move, and then everybody will jump in, and then everybody will crash with Airbnb. So I'm looking at that one. It's a pure momentum trade, 174, unless you bought the accumulation, which was, by the way, was today, between yesterday and today at the 145, 148, but that's a different type of trading. So over 175, over 180, we go for 240. Okay. Now this one we can all make. That's the Doku. So for Doku, we've been looking at this one. Look at the beautiful chart here on the monthly chart. We have the pullback, and I think we discussed this one a lot too. After we saw the 290, we started focusing on this one. This is the reason why I don't usually anticipate that long, unless I'm willing to trade the range, which is nothing wrong. Like sometimes you got a 20% moving here, but then you have to wait like 10, 15 days, you know, and then you don't know if the market's going to turn on you. So my ideal entries are when I start seeing these type of formations right here that we have. So Doku was on watch today, 248, and then we go 253. So now 262, where we go from now. This is going to be a second day play for tomorrow. Past 240, past 260. That was the play that we called on 1229. Go back to the seminar, see that we have it. We say over 240 buy it, over 260 buy it for new highs. So yeah, yesterday pretty much hit the 240, today hit the 260. So we should be making new highs. So 300 and 330. That's our target. 300 and 330. Let's go to the monthly. There you go. Right? So here's my target, 360, 330, I'm sorry, 320, 330. I start taking profits right here into 3 ATRs, 3 standard deviations. Beautiful pattern on Doku, right? It took time because it's a monthly chart. So it takes like 3 or 4 months, I'm sorry. So we're so used to the 2-minute chart that we want it to happen in 8 minutes and run for 100 points. Yeah, that was Tesla back in the day. So back to reality. That's Doku. But if we can hit it to 300, 330, we're good. So another one is Fastly that we like to trade a lot. So guys, I'll make sure that I try to follow everything that you guys are asking me, but we have a time constraint today and we have like over 50 symbols. So I'm pretty sure like Twitter, yes. By the way, has nothing to do like Twitter, good for nothing. Oh, tweezers. That's okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The engulfing pattern, 180 reversal. Okay, Fastly. So Fastly, for Fastly, I'm looking at that 80 to 105. This is what I'm looking. 80 is like right here. Yeah, 80 to 105, right? 105 is like right here. Let me go to my volume profile. Here's the 80. So that gives you a little bit more context of why I'm looking at that, right? So 80 to 105. My idea with Fastly is it has a implied volatility close to 90, earnings on 218, right? Over 108. Once we start going over 108, I'll probably trade it to 130, 140, and then I'll see what happened. I'm not really looking to buy it into the 80 because I still don't see volume coming in here. If something changes like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow that we start seeing a day where we start seeing like a big increase in volume, please keep me posted because we may be able to get a anticipatory entry on that one, right? But the main play remains 110. So once we over the 110, it's right here. We're here, so we should be able to test 136, no problem. This is the reason why I don't want to take it before. Here, look at all the volume that was done right there, the 100. It doesn't look in here, but when you come, that was like the main volume for December. So 100 should be like a problem, but 101, 102, then we should start flowing, right? I think we talked on the last call. I posted a momentum trade on GE and is up close to 20% today. So this was called as momentum over 11, the last call. So what I want to continue is I want to post it again, touch back, because I know some of you guys are long the GE. So over 12, just continue going from momentum. You know, the target one should be, I'd say 1335, but I want to dump it at 15 if we can get it there. That's my target, like from 10, you know, if we can write it from 10 to 15, that'll be awesome, right? Or from 11 to 15, still 35, 40%. That should be good. So I got that one. That's, oh my God, I forgot. I got some people on Macy's, right? Yeah. I think I got some people on Macy's. So what we're doing right there, that was one of the retailers. So what I want to see is pure momentum from here now, 1320 to 1530 and 22. Yes, $22. I think this can double from here. So my target is 15 right here, 1530. You can take it, right? 1530, 1550. And then we go $20, $22. So for Macy's, those are our long, continue long. And if not, tomorrow you can probably get long. Okay. Don't let it lose 12. So that's what you're going to be seeing me. Like, yeah, don't let it lose 12. That's the difference. That's the only difference. If you bought it like before they are posted. So, but yeah, I want to give you guys an update. The other one, the new electric vehicle. Yeah, we're going there easy. The new electric vehicle, guys. Commercial EVs, General Motors announced it's gonna whatever, commercial vehicles, electric vehicles. So look at that volume on GM. GM is gonna be in play for quite some time now. Now, if you think they don't know, look at all the accumulation. All the accumulation happening at 42, 43 bucks. So this is all the accumulation. You don't see it on a monthly, on a daily chart. You gotta come into your longer term charts and see the formation and market structure. This is what I want to catch, right? So today's day one, 46.59. I'm only bringing it because we have reference points where we can absolutely trade this thing. So 49 and 46, 2 lines on GM, and I'll be looking to take trades of that. Okay, so GM goes to my main watch. Let me see if we can find something else. No, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah, we can go 55, 60, 70 even. We need to strategize on this one, Kyle, because we should put something on the topics for this one. Longer term.
Got it.
Yeah, this looks amazing, man. This looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Volume today, break to new highs. So I don't know if this is, and the other one is Ford. The thing with Ford, you're gonna see the difference in the chart. Like look at all the things we have here. So yeah, it can go 10, 11, 12. Absolutely. So yes, it can be traded. Now, when you come and see, you make 140 million shares. Yesterday you did 109. Now, when I ask you guys what is so special about it, and if you don't see what's so special about General Motors, I think we have a problem, right? So we had like average volume of 30 million. We did 70 million. That's twice average volume. I think Ford is probably 40%, which is good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. It's good, but it's a cheaper trade. All right. It's 9 million. It's $9. $9 per share. This one is 30, I mean, 40 something. So it's like 5 times more expensive. So keep that with a grain of salt as far as the move are, I'm sorry, as the volume in Ford. So, but Ford, yes, I would really like to see it clear this thing right here, the 1050. So yeah, we got earnings. Yeah, if we clear the 1050, we can do momentum. 1050 for 12. Actually, I'm going to write it down. Yeah, 1050 for 12. Absolutely. Yep. Is that the hammer? Yeah, I saw that it was like commercial. No, it's supposed to be commercial vehicles. So GM is the new Tesla? I don't know. So Zoom. For Zoom, the last time we say 325 to 305. So we had it as a short, right? As a short watch. 325 and 305. Never triggered 305. So we went 331. So what we having right here is like, we still have the last line of support right here. So if you know me, I'm not the one that is going to be shorting right here, especially we have the 50 MA right here. So likely we're going to test 50 MA, 400, 410, right? So this is what I'm looking. Now you go into a weekly chart, and then you start asking like, okay, how bad can this get? Yeah, they can probably drop it to 300, but what if this is a turning point? So I can probably take it 350 to 400 pretty easily, just on a reversal trade. And then if I get lucky, 425, and I don't know. But I'm looking at Zoom as a reversal trade. Of course, if we break 225, you know what to do. Short at 325, cover 308, 310. Make you 10, 15 points. No big deal. I'm looking to get something of 150, 200 points on this one. Okay? So that's my game plan for Zoom. Not saying one's going to work, the other is not, but it's looking pretty good if you're thinking reversal. Okay? So Zoom, totally missed it today. This one, Baidu, we've been trading Baidu now for a good time after they announced some EV, electric vehicle partnership, something. So we got the big volume days. That day, move sideways. That day, move back. That day, then yesterday, I don't know what happened. And today, I know what happened. So we tested the 220. We posted in the room right at the open, 224. Guys, watch it. And we nailed it for, I think, close to 10% at highs, 10 to 11% on in the underlying. So what I want to see is a Baidu. I'm going to be trading at 220, 250. Pretty simple. 220 right there, 250 right there, right? If you give me 220 again, I'll probably buy or sell. I don't know, because I don't know what's going to happen, right? So if they give me 250, I want to see how strong it is, and I go long, right? So this is not a short right here. You know that, guys. And it's a long for me once I get confirmation, meaning I got to take out all of these shorts. No rush in there unless you get like a test of a massive level. By the way, we used to talk about key levels a long time ago because we were trading like in this area right here. So we have massive levels and everything. Now, since the market is so extended and we've been just going up and up and up and up, what you see a lot of, I mean, I've been talking a lot about reference levels. So it's not that's why I'm not that aggressive into posting like when I used to tell you guys like, wow, BA, you have to own it at 180. Like Uber, you have to own it at 30. You have to own it at 35, right? Because I know we were part of the accumulation process, right? In here, we're not. They accumulated at 125. Now they're selling at us at 100% profit, right? So I want to make sure that we're on the same page as far as the, the trading changes, the trading evolves. based on where we are in the market cycle. So that's Baidu, 220, 250. If they continues to give us that thing, we continue to make money out of that. Now we go to Baba. And Baba is one that for actually I want to see it go lower, because what I want to focus is this is why I'm talking about the key levels, right? So let's come to Baba. Check this out. See the key level right here is at 200. So we got 178 massive accumulation prior to a run of 50% nonstop. Remember, guys, we did these trades. We were like 140 to 220. This one. Then we did the pullback, and then we traded again right off, over the high, 220 again, 230 to 300. I don't know who wrote it to 300, but some of us did. So now what we have is we have the pullback where to the break point. Yeah, we went a little lower. There's a lot of, Jack Ma, whatever. So here's my entry, 244. So I'm looking for this one to start moving and probably give me a trade 240 again. There's no way I know what's going to happen with Baba, but if I get a 240, 244 with momentum, I'm pretty sure I'm going to ride it for 20 points. And then if I get lucky, one of those crazy days like Baidu, because these things, it's just like, you don't know when it's going to start to move, right? We were like right here doing nothing, and then out of the blue, they just announce something and it just goes up 50, 100%. Those are the type of trades that I'm always looking, right? If I scalp, you guys have heard me say it, right? A scalp for me is a day trade that didn't work, right? So a day trade is a swing trade that didn't work. I'm always looking for, if I can get into a trade today and ride it for 5 days and make 80 points, why would I sell it at 3 points? Doesn't make any sense. I did the hardest part, which is the research, getting into a trade. So all I have to do is manage. What's the big deal about that? So here we go, JD. So for JD, I think this one had the big day. Remember, guys, and then the next day you just gapped down and you started selling off. So we have this reference point. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use this green line as my reference point. So whenever we go over 96.20, I know that problems in China are going to be just fading away or whatever it is. 96. If not, I don't care. I'm not interested in trading JD. It's not my favorite stock, nothing like that. But if I see 96.20, 96.50, I'm trading, right? So Shop is another one that I don't trade usually. I did a small trade a few days ago for a couple points right there. So for this one, what I'm looking for is 1220, 1230 to 1285. So pretty simple trade, guys. Anybody can see it right here. This is a target. So you start going and seeing momentum right here. You ride it 1285, then you hold some for the longer part. So those are trades that I know they have been posted. And then we go into the boring stuff. Microsoft. What do we do with Microsoft? Massive accumulation, sideways accumulation. Look at the monthly chart. This stock, it's just, look at the move. Last time we put like a 6-month base, then we run three months. That was the beginning of the year with COVID. And now we just back into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So probably earnings may move it, but so what do we do in this case? I put an alert at 220 and alert at 230. So if we start seeing the move, we trade it. If not, move and get one of the momentum ones that we have plenty. The list is plenty, guys. I give you like at least 3 or 4 names for tomorrow. Facebook, the news, they changed the privacy terms for WhatsApp. So a lot of people supposedly are going to quit the service and whatever. What I'm looking for Facebook is how we react to the 50 MA, which is 250. And not only is the 50 MA, because that's just a calculation, right? But look at this right here. So that's our last line of defense, right? We have it right here. Remember this Friday when we traded this thing? We make this trade. This is beautiful. This is one of the best trades I made in Facebook. Like pull back and then just go higher. So this is a key level, 250. So I'll be looking at 250 in case we overshoot to the downside. I'm looking at 200 too. Am I looking to short it? I mean, if it's momentum, if you want to really short, the market's cracking down. I don't usually short what it's already down. I usually short what it's up. But guess what? 250, you got the reference level. So reference levels, those are key levels. Now that's what I'm talking about, the key levels. So I want to see 250 is a key level in Facebook. Give it like 10, 15% just in case of the news. So it's going to go 200. Okay. WhatsApp news. And now we come to the easier ones because, well, Facebook is going down, but Snap is making new highs. So for Snap, it's just a momentum trade. You know that, pretty simple. Pinterest is a momentum trade over 75, 76. No big deal. You know how to trade that. So good thing about pins. Oh, Snap too. They both in a squeeze. So Snap is in a 9-day squeeze, meaning if we ever trigger, like right here, you can totally explode to 70. Not a big deal. Let me see if we are in a weekly squeeze too. No, we're not. We already triggered the weekly squeeze. So daily should give us like these 5 days. Put you at 65, something like that. Not bad. So yes, Snap goes to the watch list as momentum candidate. Same with pins. Pins needs to clear 75.44. So let me see if we're still in a, sorry guys, on a squeeze. Look at the squeeze here, 20. So supposedly this has more energy, right? So likely we're still in the weekly squeeze. No, we're not. So 75.50, 75.50 for pins, right? So from there, what's 10%? That's like 82, 90. Let me go to the daily. Yeah, we should be able to hit 88, 90. You know, for these momentum trades, what I usually do, guys, is I updated you as long after I post the trades and I say like, okay, I'm going with Baidu for 10 points, or I'm going with Baidu for this level, because I want to see how the action is, how much is the gap up. Sometimes they gap it up, so I don't know if it's that sort of catalyst is going to affect how I aim for the targets. The rest is there pretty much is no secret to my targets, right? Snap, let's do AMD, because I know some of you guys were looking at that today. So we're looking for the breakout right here on a weekly chart. It's pretty clean what we see. So 99, 100. Pancho said that they keep rejecting the 100, so that was a good thing. That reminds me of my Micron. Remember what was the level that they all the time we hit it over there? So guess what? If they reject 100, buy 142. Right? Simple. We wait and we wait and we wait and then we take it. What do I like about this? The squeeze. I like the squeeze. So you feel you're scared because you may miss the move. Just buy your 90 days options and that's it. Or buy leaps if you want to. You really want to be into that one. But the pattern is good. I still like it. We just miss him. I don't know what happened today. Is the conference that they are Lisa, what's the name, Kai? Lisa Wu?
Sue.
Lisa Sue. Yeah, Lisa Sue. So I know she was talking, so I don't know what she said, but it's nothing, guys. I mean, that's noise. I mean, we're talking, that stock is up from $30 to 95. It's crazy. I used to hate it. I didn't even trade it because it was so hard to trade when it was in the 30s. Now I like it. You know, every time that I see it with volume, I jump into it. It's a good trading stock, by the way. MU, I got 80 and 75. That was last call, I think it was, because we were here. When was the 29? The 29 was right here, right? 29. So we had it the 70 by 75 likely. So now we have 75 as a floor. Should be careful that I'm not saying this is support. I'm not saying that. Don't put words into your mind that I haven't said. What I'm saying is this is a reference point. Why? Because look at the volume where it is. Volume is actually 77. So if I start seeing this thing losing 77, I can probably see it test 71. So if you try to be like too aggressive and try to buy 71, 75, you're probably going to get stopped because they're going to bring you to 73 and 71. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, we're going to go short. So you short it. And then they're going to bring it to 100 or $90. So make sure you know exactly what is your requirements to trade a stock like this. In that case, if you don't know what to do or how to attack one of these trades, don't. Just wait for 85, play momentum, 85, long, you put your stop and you write it. Okay, so that's the plan for MU. So we got the 80 and the 75. I'm looking at that little range, and I think they're out. Earnings are out already, so we don't have that problem. The other one I was watching today was NVIDIA. The only reason I'm looking at NVIDIA is because that's a key level, so I consider that to be a key level. So 530 is a key level. So we got the 530, 555. We tried to break it yesterday. You see the action yesterday told us that no, I'm not breaking. Other thing that's interesting right here, we've been squeezing for 26 days, which tell me that most likely we are in a weekly squeeze. So we are in a five-week weekly squeeze, likely waiting for earnings, which is 217. So unless I see like real volume increase on NVIDIA or at really tactical trade versus support versus these key levels, I mean, just wait for your trade. Let's wait for the fat pitch. I did with one of the mentees today. We did this trade right here off the 533 and we wrote it for 10 points, and that was a good payday for him and for me. So it can be traded. What I'm showing you is, yes, they can be traded because these are stocks that move a lot. But if for the purpose of what we're doing here, it's just I try to take the good trades, like the big trades, right? Like 557, 580, and 620. That's what I want for NVIDIA. And if this is really an accumulation zone, what I expect to see is a projection of this move. So we got 288, my God, to 589. Have they ever come up with a target like for 890, 900 bucks in NVIDIA? Pretty likely, right? Eventually. Well, whatever. Target should be like 700 points in NVIDIA. So DraftKings, we got 15 minutes. Okay, I gotta move. DraftKings, pretty simple right here. 56, same call we've been talking. 56, I want 65 and 75. And you guys know that I've been pitching this trade also to the team since it was in the 40s, right? So I'm long. I keep dumping, buying back everything. But the main momentum trade is almost there. That's the one I want everybody to be in. So 56.25, you don't need to sweat it. Just try when we break with volume, try to take it for 64, 65. That's your 10 points. That's all you need to do for DraftKings, right? So this is what I'm looking right here. Look at that. Look at the pattern right here. Boom, pull back. We held. These are the tweezers. Thank you all. That's the tweezers. And then what we having is like we put another pivot right here. I call these pivots, right? Which is pretty good because we broke the low the prior of the bar, and now we're back, and now we're closing in here. So once we get this, all of the sellers that were shorting this thing into here, we're gonna have to scramble and try to cover. So pretty easy, we can go 62, 65. That's where I got my alerts, and that's the reason why I'm looking to do this trade based on the technical analysis that I just walked you through. Okay, so that's DraftKings, and the other one is Penn National, which is a totally different chart because, well, it's making all-time highs. So for this one, all I can say is momentum trading, 99. I don't want to see it breaking 99, and I'll try to get it to whatever trade. Volume is not as impressive as I was expecting for this type of move. It's 112%. Here's the Opinicus proprietary indicator. So that's the 112. So it's coming down. That's not what I want to see. So I'm going to see if we reverses, and let's try and get a trade right there. But Penn, for now, put an alert at 100. If we go over 107, just play momentum, just go long. And then the start of the week, Plug Power, amazing trade. Amazing trade, 100% in 4 days. Crazy trade. So this one, based on volume, based on everything that's going on, I'm just going to play momentum, right? Just momentum. Second day. I don't have the time, but I, at some other opportunity, I'm going to share with you something like the crazy way to get into this one right here. That was the ad, right? Actually, so that's plug power. So plug stays. The other one, same industry, fuel cell, also great trade. Accumulation zone right here. This is what I look. You know, it's not that I like to make want to make my life more difficult, but sometimes we're looking at the daily, we forget to look at the monthly, we forget to look at the other one, we forget to look at the 30 minutes, we forget to look at the 15 minutes. So when you look at all of this, then you start seeing all of these accumulation patterns and you're like, oh my God, I gotta be in fuel cell. So shout out to Ed that put me in this trade. Amazing. So what do we do here? It's just one word for that: momentum. Keep watching it, and let's see if we can get a secondary entry. This is just to tell you that this is a high performance job. So if I'm on my desk, I'm scanning, I'm putting my alerts, I'm resetting my alerts, I'm making sure I'm on top of everything. Because if I lose, if I'm not in a trade like fuel cell or plug, I'll feel really bad. Like those are trades that I cannot afford to lose, right? So I'm always going over my list. You know, I'm giving you guys, today's we're giving you close to 50 names, you know, with a lot of potential. Because I'm not giving you calls like, Apple. Yeah, 128 over 129, 129.50, 130, 130, 150, 132. Short under 128.80 to 127, 127.50, right? So that's the job. Piton is setting up. Thank you, Hassan. I totally forgot about Piton. So they have some news. They bought their supplier, or you know, the guy that were doing the bikes. So I think that was the gap up, and they rejected 167. The problem is that he was already up from 100, so he was at 50% in a week. Nobody knew a bet, you know, only the guys that were buying the stock. So anyways, so what I have is I have a bullish pullback. I like this type of formation. So I'm willing to add this one to the list. 160 over 160 and over 170. However, remember, Piton is kind of hard to trade, right? So if you're new like me, just make sure you slow play it. Don't be like, oh, it's 160, 75 at the open, and you just throw whatever contracts you're trying to do, and then they drop it on you, and now you get stopped, and then the following day or 2 days later, the stock is at 181, and you just got a loss. So make sure, slow play it, find a good entry. Again, if you have any doubts, contact me or Kyle. Hey, how do I slow play this thing? Okay, 160 right there. We have a clear support line right here. I'm gonna put my alert right there. 160, 168, and then we go. Okay, so yes, help me out with that one, Hassan. I need a trading Piton. SPR is the other one that I've been looking. This is the small traders Boeing. I like it. I still have it over 42. I want to go 48 and 60. So this is big, guys. This is the Boeing supplier. News on Boeing about, you know, another Indonesian. Was it Indonesia? I don't know where. I don't know where Indonesia. Was it Indonesia? I don't know where it fell, that plane again. So sorry to hear that. Anyways. So yeah, I want 42, right? And target is big, guys, because this is 48. So we're talking for 20% move. And then 60, which is 20% move, 50% move. So SPR, that's a good way to play Boeing in a way. CRM, we have a swing. Not all of them work. Surprise. It's called trading. So we take the loss, we reassess. We don't talk about it, except here, which is a safe environment. Anyways, guys, this is pretty simple. We're dealing with a key level, right? What we have is a 200 MA coming into daily point of control, coming into 50 MA. We have the news that they bought what did they buy? Workspace? Whatever. They bought something, some workspace, something like that.
Slack.
Slack, yes, Slack. Sorry, what's workspace? Okay, slack. They both slack. They didn't like it, whatever. You just keep watching it, right? This is a strong stock as far as the chart goes. So I think we're pulling back like 50%, like a little less than 50%. So probably once we start going 227, that's where we have him right here. 227, 230, it can give us a good ride to 270. So don't throw it down the garbage. I mean, like, this is not broken, at least not now, not until we break, you know, the gap. This is one of those famous gap that all the gaps fill. So this is one of them. And I haven't seen one in a long time, so I'm just pointing that out to you. So the CRM, I think the weekly, yeah, look at the weekly. So that's the one I think we should be trading, the weekly chart on CRM. So that's pretty cool. Then we got the Python, and what is it that I'm missing? Work, what is it, work?
Chewy.
Oh, that's what Chewy. CHWY, right? Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good. So 92, 110. We're in the middle. We can take the 110. That's the momentum trade. Chewy is kind of, that's one that you have so slow traded too, right? Like yesterday, look at the volume, very low volume, 1.9. Today, a little better. So call is 110. And what's target? You want to do some FIPS probably. Yeah, simple. 116, 120. Nothing fancy right there. 116, 120. But yeah, 110, 116, 120. Would I do it as a momentum? Unless I see massive volume right there, because I know my real stop is like $93. So I'm not, there's no way I'm using a $10 technical stop on Chewy. I can trade like AMD for a tenth of that. So what else, guys? FIP pivots. What was that?
Dropbox, DBX.
DBX. What pivots, Akiva? What pivots on FIP? Dropbox. This is one. Oh, thank you for bringing this up. Yeah, this is one that I think we talked about this like a year ago. Look at this. So that's the accumulation we want. I think I haven't seen Dropbox in years, in a year at least. Kid you not. So 2675 is setting up. This is what I'm looking. Let me look at the monthly chart. Yeah, early. It's early. When do we have earnings? 218. So do we think earnings is gonna blow up? What's usually what happened with earnings? Wow, they blew up estimates last time. They were expecting 0. They reported 426 and then -1. It's been 3 quarters that they've been blowing up the estimates. So I don't know what's with it. I mean, why still down there? Do you have a swing trade in mind with this one? Because I'm willing to put some to work in here, just for the sake of it. I like the consolidation, and he hasn't done anything. Well, COVID went to 14, but we're back to 23, which is like the high prior to COVID. So I'll say 25. Yeah, like what was that? Yeah, I like it. Like not for a momentum trade, but I can put some calls and some spreads and do a lot of stuff on this one. If we think, am I missing something? Is there something I should be seeing that I'm not seeing? Let me see the weekly. Because volume, man, this is the bar, right? But this is like, then we have COVID back. So this is like very sustained move. Once we go, I'll expect it to be, let me see here. Let's see here. Monthly, yeah, it's the same accumulation that we have on the for years now. That's I thought it was a recent IPO, but it's now like 3 or 4 years. Let me see this one right here. 24, 24, 25.35, 25.36, which is the same level that we have a couple of weeks ago. So 25.36 is a level from 2018. And we just hit it and we bounce. So I'll say over 26. Yeah, let's do over 26. You can play it like momentum prior to, but DVX over 26, which is a level from 2018. Level from 2018. And that makes it like more compelling. Over 26, I'll take it. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's put it on this on the topics because we can make some of that. Phipps, Dropbox share spike higher here in Bernstein out with notes saying Dropbox position looking increasingly. Oh, okay. Huh. So if those guys are thinking on acquisition, they should have already bought it in the 20s. Because now they're gonna come up that yeah, they agreed to an acquisition at 30-35%. I don't know.
How about ZS?
Zoom. Oh, Zscaler. Wow, that's the other one. That's the other. I totally forgot about the other security one that we like. Zscaler. Look at the volume, Kyle. Oh, that's the weekly. Sorry, I was like, that's horrible. Yeah, 73. It could be a good trade. I mean, a good slow trade, but basically it's just one day that it moves. I mean, I want to be in this trade, of course. I want to be in this one. Then you gotta be like swinging it to make money in here. 180 to 220. Otherwise, it's just like, look at that. So yeah. I don't know. But this is kind of interesting today. At least we have a solid green day, which we haven't had in a while, right? So there's a 15. Now this is too horrible to be watching the 15 right there. So this is a 15. Let me see. No way. I won't survive a $203 stock that moves like this. No. And I don't think anybody will. Knowing my room, no way, man. It's like it goes 204 and it just drops to 201 and then it goes 205 and then it drops to 202. Yeah, that's a hard trade. Unless we have like what I say, like, hey, guys, here's a note, right? You guys know better than us that. I mean, like you trade, there's some stocks that you should only be trading the day that they're in play. You know, it doesn't matter that, yeah, but I nailed it. Yeah, but you were the only one trading that thing with probably some other 10 people, right? So it doesn't mean that you cannot make money. The thing is that the day you're going to probably hit 50-50 and the day that you lose, you're going to be having a hard time just getting out your fields and you're going to get frustrated because then you go back to the room and you see the moves and you'll be like, wow, these guys posted Baidu 11% up. Was it 11% up? What was 11%? Oh, I'm sorry, Plug, XCV, XPEV, like many other names, and then you're stuck with whatever's not moving. General Motors, DocuSign, like we have so many. So, yep, I believe I have seen some nice option flow in the long term. Yeah. Like for those here, another note. Like do you guys see Scuba's note on Plug? That was on Friday, right? So this is Tuesday. This is yesterday. This is Friday, right? So he was seeing like a lot of options flowing here. Now, here's what you can do. Like, I don't know why a lot of the guys don't do it. Like, this is the reason why we have such an amazing room. You come right here, you put Plug, right? And then you have every single message from your team over the last, I don't know how long it goes. Like the last forever, right?
Yeah, Kyle? It's infinite scroll.
It's infinite scroll. So you come right here, you know exactly. That's what I don't like. Okay, yeah, they still sweeping Plug, Rainbow Puke at 10:49 on Friday. So it was right here. So if you don't see that, what you can do is right here, right? And you just keep it right there, right? So you go keep like plug February 45 calls sweep. You see all the sweeps too, right? Me talking about that one, looking for fix 67. So we hit it, 66. There you go. So plug and plug and plug. You don't need to go and I didn't know it was already posted. Well, you have the search button, right? And if you see something, like the team will greatly appreciate if you can just like keep it, I mean, keep some tap on that one, right? Like if I go see plug and then I see something going on. So let's see, I think Akiva is telling us that DVX has, so DVX. So
It's
we haven't
filtered.
How was that?
It's the flow's filtered for like.
Oh, the flow's filter. Yeah, the flow's filter. Yeah. Well, in that case, what you do is you go to your trade station, Thinkorswim, and you go and you see the flow for the day, right? So we have 251,000 calls, 130,000 puts. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, talk to Kyle, talk to me. We can gladly show you how to do that. And then we go into the option time of sales, and we can see that the biggest ones were like 55 or the 73 calls for January. They bought 2,975, 108, the time, the delta, implied volatility underline at 10:37 a.m. So yeah, there's some flow. And if you don't see it yet, well, you can, if you don't see the actual symbol that you need, just send a request to Kyle, okay? And he will add it. So guys, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Help us make money.
Mario.
Sir, thank you.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Okay, bye guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for